Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Yes, the older man is back with more wisdom. Yes, I'm still trying to get you guys to understand female nature. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a never-ending subject. But today I want to actually cover a subject that will cover, hopefully, males and females. But mostly the females, because they are the ones that are committing this common mistake. And we're talking about respect. You see, women have this understanding that men love just like women do. But that is not the case. Men put much more emphasis on respect in regards to relationships than women do. I'm not saying women don't, but you could love a man but disrespect him. Whoo, he's out. You can respect a man but don't love him. He will still love and appreciate you. You see the difference? Yes, women are all about respect. But if a woman steps out on a man and cheats, he has no choice but to leave her. No choice whatsoever, because she has disrespected him. However, if a man steps out on a woman and is desired, or he goes and cheats, that woman do not see that the same level of disrespect like he does. Okay? So ladies, you got to understand the two different ways we both look at relationships. So with that said, I want you guys to listen to this piece by a psychologist I was referred to by one of my followers, and I think the guy's brilliant. His name is Dr. Orion Taraban, and he's a psychologist, and he brought up this subject, and I just feel that it's vital. Guys, definitely you got to go over to his channel and listen to what he has to say on a lot of issues. So, you know what? Let's just get into what he's talking about. He's talking about respect in this particular case.
Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is how women disrespect men without realizing it, bursting the bubble. So this is the second installment in a two-part episode for the ladies. I'm here to help you understand how you might be getting in your own way with respect to your relationships with men. In the first episode, I briefly discussed 3 ways in which women inadvertently disrespect men by assuming inappropriate power over their lives. And they do this, among other ways, through inappropriate questioning, granting permission, and infantilizing surveillance. All of these behaviors position the woman above the man, which will be perceived as disrespect and will typically instigate conflict in the relationship. Why? Because men, for better or for worse, typically don't simply allow other people to exercise unauthorized power over them. They rise up. And it's their willingness and ability to do so that more or less keeps things free and safe. Ladies,
and that, my friends, is a fact. In this day and age, women want this superiority over their men. And they will do whatever it takes to get that superiority over man, because feminism have told her that she deserves this spot. But we all know that one of the primary things that attract women to men is the fact that the man is a dominant force in her life. He can lead her. There is no way, no how, that a man can lead you if you are disrespectful to him. Okay? You would never do that to your boss. Your boss leads you in the workplace. So this idea that a woman can disrespect her man and expect him to be there for her is another delusional way women look at relationships. And then she wonders, why is it that she cannot keep a man? This is the problem. It's a huge issue. Before we go on, come on, hit the subscription button. Do me that great favor. And of course, turn on the notification button as well so you can see more of my content when I drop it. You know, yesterday I dropped a great video, but it was very controversial because it had a huge fight that took place between a male and a female. And this is another video that sort of ties in to the level of disrespect that women show to men. Because in that video yesterday, it showed a large woman grabbing a man by his dreadlocks and pulling him out of the store like he was an animal. You guys got to go and watch it. Please go and watch it. you know, because that's one of those videos that I don't get paid for at all. I don't get anything on that video because it is too controversial for YouTube. But I felt like it was worth doing this video free just so that I could basically get the message out that men, you have to be careful. Now that video will be limited because YouTube do not push it to many people because they're not putting any ads on it that I would get paid for. So you guys got to understand how the suppression of males are throughout this whole environment that we now live in. But you know what? I feel like I need to get the message out to show the world how women are treating men. And when men retaliate, you will see what happens. So check out that video. Okay, so let's get back into what the doctor is saying because he has some amazing points here that really drives this message home. And for all you ladies who messing up your relationships and driving your men away, you will see clearly why your relationships are not working. All right, let's get back into it.
Probably wouldn't mind if your man rose up to challenge the bullies and tyrants who threaten your freedom and safety by usurping more power to themselves than is appropriate. Take care that you yourself do not assume more power than is warranted in your own relationships. So let's now return to our discussion on how women disrespect men without realizing it. The idea here is to call women's attention to the ways in which they may be inadvertently sabotaging their relationships they want with the men they want to have them with. As before, I'm not saying that women have a moral or ethical responsibility to refrain from these behaviors. I'm saying that refraining from these behaviors will significantly increase the likelihood that they will achieve their relationship goals. So,
the problem that we have in our society is that we have pushed this whole bad B mentality. So for all you ladies who think that you should just push and push and push your man and try to break him and get more and more from him mentally, you will eventually exhaust your man to the point where you're unbearable, or you will dominate him and you will lose respect of him. And there's nothing worse than a disrespectful woman, because she will cheat, she will lie, she will connive, she will do everything opposite to creating a good, harmonious relationship. But this is the problem we currently have in today's society, because women have been told that they're the boss bee, that they could be the belligerent, everything should be going her way, and then the poor man, he should just sit back and take it. If he don't like it, he can go. If I don't get everything I want, I'm out. He better be doing this for me. He better be doing this for me. He better be is a common phrase amongst every single woman. And of course, it's an expression used by so many black women. Once again, I want to talk to my black sisters because you are getting the worst results from your relationships. The majority of the calls coming in with women who need help, not even majority, all of the calls coming in are from my sisters, black sisters. Okay, so I'm trying to help you guys here. Your brand and your attitudes are off. That's why our black brothers are looking elsewhere for other opportunities when it comes to marriage. So let's continue with the doctor.
The fourth way that women disrespect men without realizing it is by demanding explanations. The request to explain yourself is always a prerogative of the more powerful of the less powerful. It assumes not only that the more powerful party has a right to the requested explanation, that it is the higher authority that must be answered to, but that it is also empowered to judge the merit of that explanation and to apply punishment as appropriate. Ladies, you are...
Let me break that down to you in regular speech. How many times you hear a woman say, you tell me where you went, where were you, why did you go, why did you say that to her? What make you think that? In other words, who else do you speak to like that when you're talking to someone? Yes, your kids. Where did you go? Why are you coming at this time of the night? What did you say to her? Who did it? It's like it's literally treating your significant other like he's a child, because your child is the only person that you can dominate. Now you trying to do that to your significant other, and he must tell you, if you don't tell me where you was or why you talking to her like that, I'm leaving your ass. Your ass is out. I'm out. It's always a threat of her departure. It's always the threat that if you do not give me what I want, I am out. Because women always have a multitude of choices hanging right outside her door. So all I'm saying to you, ladies, do not do that to your man. Your man is not your child. He is someone who should be respected and held in the highest regard, so that he will continue to protect and provide for you. A submissive woman is the most powerful woman you will ever come across. This brother said it nicely. I'm going to interrupt the doctor because I want to play this young man who actually said it nicely.
Submissive, respectful women run the show unknowingly. Let me explain. When a man is respected and has a woman that is truly submitted to him because she loves and respects him, he'll move hell and high water for her.
Yep. That's it.
He can't even hear her say, ouch. He busting down them stairs. You okay? You good? There's something about respect and submission that brings the best out of a man. The best protector, the best provider, the best supporter.
We've been saying that for the longest. Love comes with respect. Respect, love, and submissiveness come together. When a man knows that his woman is not only submissive, but love him, respect him, understand who he is as the leader of the family, this man would do things that are impossible. Every day we wake up, we're going to make the best out of your day. Because once you're able to understand exactly what you need to do for your man, we ain't got to be looking around because we already got what we needed. And understanding submission doesn't mean that you have to obey. It means that you have to respect. It means that you have to listen. When I tell you to duck because somebody's shooting, don't ask me why you have to duck. Just do it because I have reasons behind it. I'm the one who's willing to put my life on the line to protect you. But if you're not able to even let me do that, well, we got to be together for it.
There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Submissive woman will always have amazing power over a man. It is the belligerent, disrespectful woman that gets the worst or no results from a man, because men will constantly push back. He will always fight you to maintain his position, and that's the position you want him in. Let's proceed with the doctor again.
Ladies, you are none of these things. You are not a man's higher authority. You are not his judge, and you are not his disciplinarian. So do not try to put yourself in these roles. By the same token, women are subject to disrespecting men when they demand explanations in the face of reasonable requests. Think about it. If your boss were to give you an assignment, but you refused to comply with the request until he provided sufficient rationale for why this needs to be done and why this is in the best interest of the company and why you're the right person for the job, and hey, did you consider doing it this way instead? I'd rather do it this way. That is, if you kept demanding explanations for why you should do what was requested of you, then not only would you be a very difficult person to work with, but you would come off as insubordinate as well. It is for leaders who are appropriately authorized to give orders to do their part, and it is for followers who are appropriately authorized to execute them to do their part. When this happens, there is order and harmony. When this doesn't happen, there is disorder and chaos. And this is the result when reasonable requests from appropriately authorized leaders are questioned, ignored, or selectively satisfied. Of course, it is always possible and necessary for followers to disregard or disobey requests from their leaders when these requests violate the orders of an even higher authority. However, these requests will likely be few and far between.
Okay, so he tends to speak in quite a convoluted type of way. It's very clinical. So let me break it down the way I understand it from him. When you're constantly questioning your man's authority, right? Well, why should I do that? What am I doing that for? Why do you want me to do that? Can you not do that? Why do I have to do that? Where, what? Constantly, You're basically telling your man that you have no faith in his leadership skills. Well, I can do it. I think I can get it done. Oh, you know what? I can get this order. I can get Bill to do this because I don't think you should be able to do that. I don't think you should do that. Undermining his authority and questioning his authority is seen as highly disrespectful. You do not do that to your man. I think I can do this better than I want to do it. I don't need you to do it. Why are you doing it like that? Constantly questioning him and his leadership skills will put you and your relationship in a serious problem. Most men will just bounce. Yeah, I'm out. Not saying, and let me explain the difference between bouncing or disconnecting. A man will still have you there, pretending like you still exist in the relationship. But all he doing is just hitting it. He's just staying there for the convenience. He's not going to commit to you. He's just going to waste your time. And women, you don't have time. Let's finish up with the doc because there's another video I want to show you guys that will tie this in nicely.
The fifth way that women disrespect men without realizing it is by teasing. Teasing should be done very selectively, if at all, and it should never be done in front of other people. This is because teasing implies that you are so comfortable in your position that you consider a man to be a plaything with which you can do what you will with complete impunity. It communicates that you have nothing to fear from toying with a man's status because you consider yourself well beyond the reach of any possible consequences. This is placing yourself above a man, which will be perceived as disrespect, even more so if it's done publicly. Ladies, you should even be cautious about certain forms of humor like sarcasm. In my opinion, sarcasm tends to do much more harm than good in a relationship. This is because it is often used as a passive-aggressive way to attack someone while retaining plausible deniability that that is not what you are doing. In many cases, it's not only hurtful, it's cowardly.
He has some points. I mean, listen, my wife and I play with each other. You know, we tend to love, you know, a bit of sarcastic banter back and forth. Very, 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 very limited. You can be playful with your husband or your significant other, but be careful about teasing to the point of embarrassment. Definitely, it should be done sparingly, privately. Don't bring that shit out with his friends. You know, don't, those old worn out underwears that he's wearing, guys. He wears these underwears with ducks on them. The guy's looking at you like, what the hell, man? This is our little private in joke. This is my favorite underwear that I like. That's my thing. That's you know this because you live with me. We're in the privacy of our home. This you have just violated me in front of my friends. You know, little things like teasing about a particular body part, you know, a little malfunction or disfiguration on your private parts, for example. You don't tease, you don't do these things. You don't bring that up in public with his friends. Oh, these are just your friends. It was just fun. I was just having fun in front of the friends. These are your friends, right? No, do not do that. That's disrespectful. So, guys, listen, hit the subscription button. Please don't forget. Definitely turn on the notification button. And, of course, book a chat if you want to discuss any subjects on a much deeper level.
I think the best thing my therapist once said to me, which made me understand in 1 second that I was in the wrong relationship, was tell me why you love your partner. And I said, I just do. And he said, tell me why you love him. I said, I don't know. You know, his family are really nice. In that moment, I blurted it out. And he looked at me and he said, that's the first thing you're going to tell me? And I said, no. And then I listed maybe a couple of things, but it was hard for me to quantify, for me to tell him. I think that answer of I just do means that you don't know.
No, but I just do. There would have been a reason that you were with this person, and it would have been unconscious, and it would have likely been some sort of repetition from your past,
100%.
And so I just do means that your unconscious is in the driver's seat of your choices, and that means you're not actually aware and you're not making choices that are coming from your conscious kind of like healthy adult mind.
Younger women tend to have less emotional scars to deal with. So a man is much more adept to getting involved with a younger woman who don't carry baggage. We call it baggage, we call it scars, but in reality, the older you get, the more scars and baggage you have. So when men want a peaceful relationship, not only will he find a fit, friendly, feminine woman, but we also want one without baggage, without scars. That's it. Usually that means childless as well. So guys, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to try to keep my videos a little shorter these days. Okay? Let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, book a session, and also get me over on Instagram. Send me a voice message. Ask any questions. All right? So I'll see you in the next one. And remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.